How do you run a successful meeting? Have you ever been in a meeting, you're sitting there going, this is a bloody waste of time. What am I doing here? Why doesn't this person running this meeting actually do something that's going to make it worthwhile? Ever been in that situation? Yeah, I certainly have. I mean, really, it's an insult to your time and your life that you're sitting there going, I could have spent this last hour or 2 hours doing something way more productive. So what are some of the answers to running a successful meeting? Well, firstly, let's just run through a couple of things. One, there needs to be an agenda. What the hell are we here for? Two, the agenda should be sent to people a day, 2, 3, 4 days in advance. So we get our brain consciously and unconsciously, subconsciously working on and thinking about and even preparing data in advance of the meeting. Get the brain working, open up some loops. Thirdly, in the meeting, we want to talk about why are we here? What do we want to achieve out of this meeting? Fourthly, and I was in a meeting the other day, and I'm looking at some notes here, what we know about a meeting's not that dissimilar to any other sales situation or connection with other human beings. If you can develop some rapport and connection in the first 2 or 3 minutes, it sets a different tone to the meeting. Now, if you're really got the goods about you and you're saying, I want to set the energetics. Years ago, I did some work with a Christian radio station. They were members of Bartercard. I was a member of Bartercard. And so I was working with the whole team in terms of how do we sell more and get more donations to the Christian radio station. And I've never had the experience before. They did a prayer before the start of the meeting, asking, God for help or guidance or energy or support, whatever. But whatever your views are on religion or Christianity, it changed the whole energy in the room. Now, I know these days Google and Salesforce and a whole range of companies are using meditation outside of meetings, but also meditation inside of meetings to change the tone, change the energy, the energetics, the team energetics in the meeting. Now, I think these guys, from what I recall, we did a prayer at the start of the meeting, and then we did a prayer at the end of the meeting in terms of, okay, let's take these ideas, let's take this initiative. Now, what are you doing with prayer? You are going in the internal world, you are going into that inner universe, and you're calming and you're changing the energetics. It's not all hyped up, it's not all rah, 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 rah. Anyway, that's only if you're brave enough to do that. So we talk about agenda. Why are we here? Also, start the meeting on time. Let people know that this is going to start on time and it's going to finish on time. Therefore, you're going to hold people accountable to how long I'm going to talk about each item. Now, if you're really serious, you'll also let people know that this is an information sharing meeting. It's a decision-making meeting. It might be a data sharing or brainstorming meeting. But what often happens 9 times out of 10 is it gets muddied. So there's a bit of data shared, then there's decision making, then there's a bit of brainstorming. There's no structure or discipline to the meeting. So rapport, warming up at the start. Meetings are so valuable if you get them right, and quite shocking if you get them wrong. Want to find out more? Touch base with us or even ask for the handout on smart meetings. We've got it. I'd love to help you because we're in the business of empowerment, daily empowerment. What do you give power to? Give power to structure, give power to constructive thought, give power to ideas, give power to constructive decision making. There's so many things to give power to versus disempower, take power away. Thanks for listening. I'm Leigh Farnell, and we'll see you next time. This is Leading Your Best Life.